This is 7a, solving regular quadratic equations. So this lesson is going to teach us an important property that we're going to apply the entire rest of this chapter, the zero product property. So we know this. If x times 6 equals 0, then you could tell me right away that x has to be 0, right? So then it would be 0 times 6 gives us 0. Then if we have 8y equals 0, then y would have to be 0. That makes sense. 8 times 0 gives us 0. So this is our zero product property. Right? Product is multiplying and then equals 0. For multiplying and it equals 0, for any real numbers, which we just kind of hinted on in our last section, x and y, if x times y equals 0, then either x equals 0 or y equals 0 or both. X and y equals 0. Okay? So this is what or means in math. If you say x equals 0 or y equals 0, that also means that both could equal 0. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this zero product property to solve this equation. We have x, which would be like our first term, x minus 7, this factor, equal to 0. Then either x equals 0 or x minus 7 equals 0, right? And the mathematical order means both could be 0. Well, let's solve this one. Let's add 7 to both sides. So x equals 7 or x equals 0. So our set of solutions is 0 or 7, aka both could happen. So let's solve this one now. It's a little bit harder. We have x plus 2 could equal 0. Or 10y minus 40 equals 0. Well, let's solve them both. So minus 2 from both sides, x equals negative 2. If you think about it, if you plug in negative 2, that's going to be negative 2 plus 2, which would make the whole thing 0. And then 0 times this would give us 0, so that would work. Let's solve this one now. Plus 40 plus 40. 10y equals 40. Now I'll divide both sides by 10. Right? We know how to solve. We should be good at that by now. Y equals 4. So either x equals negative 2 or y equals 4. There's my set of solutions. Okay? Could be both. So here's another thing that's going to come up the rest of this chapter. Solutions are also called roots, zeros, and x-intercepts.